Hello guys, welcome back to another sewing tutorial on this channel. This is DIY. In today's video we'll be learning how to make a structured sleeve. It's something you can do at the comfort of your space. Even as a beginner, this is something you can do on your own. Without wasting much of your time guys, let's get started. To achieve this structured sleeve, what you need is just a piece of fabric. You need your hemming gum, you need your interfacing, you need your corset mesh if your corset mesh is available. You can also use it, and your boning strip, your regilin bone, that is your sewable bone. So what I'll do is to place my fabric on fold, equal fold. This is about 5 inches in width and about 21 inches in length. So I'll go ahead and divide it, use my scissors to demarcate it, to separate the upper one from the lower one. You can either cut it on fold or you can cut it out separately depending on the available fabric you have. So I'm going to be separating one like so, and then I'll use my interfacing. This is a medium gum stay to fuse. I'll go ahead and fuse it onto this fabric. I'm going to be using my steam iron to do this, and then for the other part of the fabric I'll be using an air stay. Please use an air stay for the other fabric and a gum stay, and if you have a corset mesh, fine, you can also fuse a corset mesh to it, or if you have a medium gum stay, you can use a medium gum stay. So I have a medium gum stay and I'll be using it. I've fused it and I'll be trimming out the excess with my scissors, as you can see me doing. Okay guys, so after trimming out the excess, what I need to do is to draw my lines, the boning lines. So I'm going to be using my pencil. Okay, right here I'm trimming out the excess I also have there because it didn't go round, it didn't cover up, and I'll be matching it with the other fabrics. At least I have equal measurements on both sides. So what we need to do here is to draw our lines where we're placing our boning strip. So we have 5 width, the total width. So I'm going to be bringing out the seam allowance on both sides, which is either half an inch or 0.75, which is quarter of an inch. But right here I marked quarter of an inch. Have in mind that your seam allowance is half an inch, but to play safe I marked 0.75 on both sides. Then I went ahead to draw my boning lines, that is the spare lines in between the seam allowance. I went ahead to draw about 3 to 4 boning lines. So depends on the width of your fabric. You can do more than this. This is not a standard. If your width is more than 5, I can give you as much as 6 to 7 boning lines. It's okay. Don't forget to also place your seam allowance at the end. So I took it to my sewing machine, and this is me right here stitching the regilin bone, the sewable bone, onto the fabric. I'm going to be doing it for all the lines we have here. Okay guys, after stitching the regilin bones, this is what we have. You can see that the fabric is still looking a bit curvy, so I'm going to be giving it a good press and then fusing this interfacing on the regilin bone to secure it properly. So you can see how well defined the fabric is looking after giving it a good press with my steam iron. So the next thing to do is to turn it up. You're going to be turning it up with the other fabric you attached your other fabric with your stay. So firstly you secure it with your pin, ensure that it is well stabilized, and then you take it to your sewing machine and stitch the 3 ends, okay, leaving one part open. Okay, so guys, I'll do this and then I'll go ahead and trim off the excess, trim out the excess fabric. 2 ways you can actually do this is to either trim out the excess or you notch it properly. Ensure that you notch it so that by the time you turn it, it will be well relaxed. Okay, okay guys, so after trimming out the excess, I'll go ahead and turn it. I'm going to be turning it properly. Ensure that you push it out properly so that the structure will be well defined. After turning it, you take it to your ironing table and then you give it a good press. At every stage, ironing is so important. You give it a good press and then you're going to take it to your sewing machine and tuck it in by half an inch, and then you top stitch. After top stitching, ensure that you give it a good press again. In doing so, you get a very defined structure. So guys, we're going to see the end result of our structured sleeve. Okay, so guys, this is the finishing of what we have. After giving it a good press, after top stitching and giving it a good press, this is the finishing. Okay, so guys, if you learned something, do not forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share the video to your fellow soulmates. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.